Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my very first video of Wrestling is Life. And it's funny how it's WrestleMania weekend and we just got done with WrestleMania Saturday, and the outcome was Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins both lost to Roman Reigns and the great one, the final boss, the people's champion, The Rock. Now, what I think is going to happen for night two of WrestleMania Sunday. Um, all the matches that are coming to my mind, a few of them are probably going to escape me because I'm only thinking of the ones that I'm thinking of right now, which is Drew McIntyre will defeat Seth Rollins, and that will give Seth Rollins his much needed vacation. And plus, Drew McIntyre, he's just been lighting it up on the mic. He's what you call must see television. He's growing into the character of must watch television. Like, he's entertaining. Plus, CM Punk is gonna come back, and that'll set up their little. They've already been setting it up. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. It's a perfect setup right there. So Seth Rollins will drop the title to Drew McIntyre. And then Io Sky is going to drop the title to Bayley, giving Bayley a much needed title that she's rightfully deserved because she's been around for so long, supported Sasha Banks when she was still with the company, and put together Damage Control. And now it's time for her to take off. And she's very supportive, very loved by everybody in the locker room, both male and female. Supports everything. Even went to Sasha Banks' debut over there at the other companies, whatever you want to call it, in Boston. But yeah, Io Sky is going to drop the title to Bayley. Let me see. Drew McIntyre is gonna win. Bayley's gonna win. What other titles are there? The U.S. title, I think, is gonna be. Let me see. That's a tough one right there. That's a tough one right there because um, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. You can see both of them worthy of being champion. But who's got a rivalry outside of what's going on right now? Who are they setting Kevin Owens up to battle against? I'm not sure who's gonna win that one. That one's a coin flip to me. But if I was a pick, I would say Randy Orton's gonna win that one. But I could easily see him turning into a heel because they could go with the angle. They can go with the angle of never trust a viper because it'll always turn around and bite you. So I think that Randy Orton's gonna win, and he's gonna screw Kevin Owens over, and it might set up a rivalry. That's just me, just in the moment right now. I don't know if I can actually, like, ask me in like about like a week's time, or like ask me in a few hours, and I might change my answer on that one. But right now, I'm going with Randy Orton to win that one. But then again, SummerSlam is going to Cleveland, Ohio, so I can see Logan Paul retaining the title and being U.S. champion going into Cleveland SummerSlam. See, that's why this one's so messy. I don't know who's gonna win that one, but final answer, I'm going with Logan Paul. All right, so Logan Paul, Bayley, Drew McIntyre. Now we got AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Um, who do I think is gonna win this one? I think you got to give it to the fan favorite in this one, a guy that's that's earned the love and respect from the WWE universe, the fans. I think you go with LA Knight because, yeah, he should have beaten Roman Reigns once or twice already, but because the setup for Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, it didn't work out that way for WWE. But I think for this right here, there's no title on the line. LA Knight and AJ Styles. Plus, AJ Styles is going through turning from what do you call it, babyface to heel. So this will fit the narrative of LA Knight getting screwed one way or another. But getting cheated. If he does lose, getting cheated. But I can't see him losing another big event because that's all he's done. I can't remember the last time he's won a pay-per-view or a PLE as they call it. So I'm gonna go with LA Knight winning that one solely because LA Knight has, like I said, has not won. I can't remember the last time he won a pay-per-view, a main event, like a PLE. I'm drawing a blank, but he needs this one more than AJ Styles does. So there you go. LA Knight, Bailey, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul. And then let me see. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting any matches, which I probably am. No, I don't think I'm forgetting any. I probably am though. Now we're gonna go into the Bloodline rules. This one right here is gonna have everything you could possibly think of when it comes in terms of dramatic fashion. This one right here is gonna cover all aspects of what you would want in the main event and how it'll end, how the turnout will be. I flat out think that it's gonna look impossible for Cody Rhodes to win this match. It's gonna look like he's scraping on the floor. He's like barely crawling. But somehow, some way at the very end of the match, when the match looks like it's about to be over in favor of Roman Reigns, I feel like there's gonna be something. Because what does WWE always do? They always hit you with a dramatic outcome, no matter what. They thrive on that. They absolutely thrive on that. They always want to leave you on a cliffhanger. Like, what just happened? Like, I can't believe that just happened. Now I'm predicting that Cody Rhodes will win, but the outcome, the way it's gonna happen, is gonna be. I can just basically I can feel, because of the reports that I've been reading. I feel like there's gonna be one or two Hall of Famers that come out and help out Cody Rhodes. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna throw no names out, but that's all I've heard and read about. And then as far as like the whole bloodline rules, this is the way it's supposed to be. Like, it was, I don't want to say predictable, but in my eyes it was really predictable for me. But for everybody else, I'm not sure how you guys all took the tag team match between Rock, Roman, and Cody and Seth. It has to be this way in order for Cody Rhodes to get over and be the absolute biggest baby face in all of professional wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Cody Rhodes has to go and basically climb Mount Everest for this match. He has to sit there and he has to go through the entire bloodline, because if you think about it, that word, that phrase, that you think about it, bloodline, like you think about how it's called the bloodline, like Roman Reigns is the bloodline. So Cody Rhodes has to go through the bloodline. And with the whole entire Rock, the angle that they've been taking with the Rock, making Cody Rhodes bleed and all that, with him talking that way, it's just too much for me. It's just adding too much in favor of Cody Rhodes making Roman Reigns or The Rock, or possibly both of them, bleed and leaving them in a puddle of their own blood. Call it crazy. Another thing that I think should happen, which would draw a lot of people's attention, is, you know how they have that long ramp to the ring? They have like the ring right here, and then they got the long ramp going all the way down. I think at the very top they should have The Rock's grandfather, whoever. No, I'm not sure who's the older, like all the older people from the bloodline going down the ramp, like in chairs. Rikishi, then you should have Jimmy Uso right there, like in the line, you know what I mean, from oldest to youth, all the way down to the ring, and then right there The Rock would be somewhere at the very top, you know. So hey, we'll see. But I think that Roman Reigns is gonna lose, and he's gonna go on a hiatus for a minute, because watching him wrestle, him and The Rock, they both looked like they were super out of it. I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, you know what, this tag team match between Cody, the one that happened in the night one, it was actually a brilliant move to keep Roman Reigns fresh for tonight's matchup against Cody Rhodes, because he looked like he was out of it. His body just looks like he just doesn't. His mind looks like he's not even in it no more. I don't think. I think he's just doing this for the money grab, and he's just gonna dip out for a minute, and then once he gets his body right and everything like that, he'll come back. Maybe for like Royal Rumble. But for him to carry the company the way that he's been carrying it for since 2020, I gotta applaud him, because the bloodline is the reason why I got back into wrestling. My daughter mainly got me back into wrestling by asking me to put SmackDown on, and I had gotten away from wrestling mainly because John Cena was a killing point for me, because it just seems like he was just always there, like always there. And then he would take on guys like the Hardys and like Randy Orton, who I wasn't a big fan of being a main eventer. Like where he's at right now, Randy Orton is perfect, like somewhere at the top part of the mids, you know. But he was just facing against guys. He was just going up against guys like Braun Strowman, and then you just get tired of seeing Brock Lesnar every other pay per view. I was like, man, I can't do this. And then it went to the PG era. I was like, ah. And then I just got away from wrestling. But thankfully, my daughter got me back into it. And thankfully, the Bloodline was around because that's what really sparked my attention. That's what really sparked my attention. Was the Bloodline. I was like, man, this is getting really good. And then you would hear chirps from that Roman Reigns and The Rock were eventually gonna wrestle, and that really got me back into it. I was like, The Rock's gonna come back. This is worth watching and keeping track. And it was always worth watching every Friday night. And then you had the Usos. Man, I could just go on and on about the Bloodline and why I really appreciate everything that Roman Reigns brought to the table. Hate him, love him or hate him, he is a draw. Like one of the best ever. He may not wrestle as much as some of the greatest wrestlers of all time, but man, when he shows up, he shows up. So that's what I got right there, you guys. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death, and hopefully you guys are still watching. If you guys really liked my thought process, hit the like button. Hit the like button and subscribe. And if you guys are into like sports, like football, I got a secondary channel, my main channel actually, that I've been working on for a while. It's called Skull Zone, SKOLZONE. I got a sticker of it on my back. You can see zone on the back of my car, but it's Skull Zone. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It would mean a lot. And until next time, you guys, I am out.